Good afternoon, friends. This is Vivek from Trade Stocks 360. I am going to explain you or help you out in deciding whether you should take a BTST today. So, what are the conditions we will consider today? I'll be considering VIX is very high for this particular week. So, if you look at the VIX chart, so basically, last week's VIX was very high, and this week's VIX still it's not subsided too much. Even now, it's at 26.34. That's a volatility index, and it's gone up 9% as of now. It's around 210 now. It's at 9% up today, which indicates that okay, the volatility is here to stay, and this is not a good sign for the bulls to take a full-fledged attack for the markets to go up. So that's something to consider. The next is on a weekly charts. If you also look at all the sectoral indices and also Nifty, I'm just opening one by one. Nifty 50 sectoral chart, Nifty Bank sectoral chart, Nifty PSE Bank sectoral chart, so auto sectoral chart, metals sectoral chart, pharma sectoral chart. If you look at many of these things, nothing of this looks very positive for a big up move in the coming week. So because of that, I would also not be very keen to take this sectoral indices also are not showing a very good up move in the coming week. Number three, if you also look at USD INR, how it has fared this week. This week, if you have seen last week, it was a very high. The prices had gone up very high, or the rupee had depreciated very much. This week, the rupee had appreciated, or okay, rupee is in a better value. But so yeah, but this is one of the conditions which is telling that okay, that rupee has appreciated, so that's good for our economy. So that could actually make sure okay our stocks get the right value. So when it has come down now, it gives indication that it could be a good market next week. But this is one of the conditions out of many things which you should consider. Next, I am looking at crude oil futures. I'm looking at crude oil futures, and if you look at crude oil futures, crude oil is actually compared to last week's close. This week, crude oil has closed very much higher, and also it is showing like a hanging man pattern. So that indicates that crude oil could correct pretty much soon in a week or in a couple of weeks. But as of now, this is still not showing a sign of weakness. It's still above the previous height. So this is also not a good sign for us to go long in the markets as of now. So considering all these things, I would not consider going for a BTST or a buy today, sell tomorrow, or taking a long call in this week to the next week. Except for if you have to take it, it's better to take short calls. But even there, the problem is because the VIX is very high, the price VIX is too high. Price can be all over the place, so it's better not to take. But if the best way to take is long positions, but long positions you can't take in any sector this time. You might need to consider pharma possibly, because pharma actually has corrected, and okay, little bit it has shown some bullishness after the correction. So pharma stocks are something which you should consider. Number two, IT sector is another thing which is also showing a bit of recovery after a little bit of correction, though it is I would consider sideways, but yeah, so that is something which you can consider. So in this two sectors also, I would suggest two stocks. First stock is Divi's Labs, and number two stock is HCL Tech. If possible, we can actually go long on these stocks for the coming week. HCL Tech can possibly touch 1,000, and possibly Divi's Lab also can possibly touch around. Divi's Lab can touch around 1,700 kind of, or 27. Sorry, 3,700. It can touch around 3,700. So this is the targets for the coming week. So avoid BTST or going long this week. Try to keep your position small. I expect more downside, mainly in Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty is looking very weak. So if possible, you can take a Bank Nifty put options. But okay, it is. But since the VIX is very high, that take it with your own analysis. That even that particular. Thank you very much. I hope this video helped you. Please subscribe, and share it with your friends if you like it. Thank you. I will meet you again in the next video.